Okay, we ready to rock and roll. We got shopping carts at the food bank. That's what time it is. So we talking about shopping carts at the food bank at this one. We left off at the other one, but we got cut off as our voice went down low and we had the phone too far away from our mouth. So anyway, I left off over there on that Saturday uh, food bank, and we'll call this brother right here J-Bone for short. That'd be his nickname. Anyway, went there that Saturday. I didn't have my trailer with me. I was, traveling light. Just with my book bag, I'm not gonna get that much. That means I'm traveling light. When I bring my trailer, that means I'm traveling heavy, and I'm expecting to get a lot. Well, they always have them cleaners drop off a whole lot of produce. So this day they had a lot of watermelons. So by the time I get there kind of late. They started at 10, I got there around 11:15. All the watermelons had got passed out. Something about them watermelons. People like them watermelons. The stigma is that black people love watermelons. But when you pick watermelons out from the food bag, they go quick, that's for sure. But James had his shopping cart. See, that's what people like using their shopping cart at food banks. That's their mode of transportation if they don't have a vehicle. So they get them shopping carts. As you know, shopping carts. In Detroit, the shopping carts are a dime a dozen. You can find a shopping cart out there anywhere, any time. And you think they have some high value. I know a trailer has a high value for a bike. You buy one of them trailers offline, or you buy one of them trailers from a big box store. You be close to $100, and they not even as big as a shopping cart is. So I don't know why people let them shopping carts get away like that, but they do. They really don't try to gather them up and keep up with them. So he had his shopping cart. So as he walked, drive, and he had it full of 4 watermelons. He told me, well, maybe next time you get here, we have enough watermelons to go around. And, he's a volunteer there, so I ain't say nothing. Because I had no means of transportation to take it with me anyway. But that's going to show you that people have that need for greed all the time. You have people coming in. One watermelon should be enough. And you got to hurry up and eat them because they're already old. They're pretty much going to be soft in the middle pretty soon. So you don't have time to procrastinate, but you probably have somebody to give them away to, or maybe somebody you can sell them to and he like to get his drink on at that. Because I know at one time he brought his drink up there. And they was doing outdoors then, they wasn't doing no indoor. And I said, that's your beer, man? He said, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's me right there. He made sure he identified that was him right there. So I didn't knock it over. But, we had a couple, alcoholics and drug addicts you gonna have them at the food bank. The drug addicts be getting that food trying to sell it. But the alcoholics trying to, they just getting that drink on. They don't always be selling it, but sometimes they be selling it too. Because I have bought some food off of somebody gave him a couple dollars just for the meat part of the food he had got. They give him something to drink. So I have done that. And, anytime you got to trade your food in for money, you're an alcoholic, that's for sure. But I know how it is being an alcoholic myself. I was an alcoholic myself, so I know how it is. But a drug addict, I've never been no drug addict, so I ain't got no sympathy for them. I try to give them no help at all with getting high, that's for sure. But they can't sell me nothing. But anyway, that's just one thing about the shopping carts. They be at all the food banks all the time. Sometimes people at the food bank, they use shopping carts to unload the truck. So shopping carts is very important. And anytime you go to a food bank, I've been to other food banks where this guy, he lent his shopping cart out to help unload the truck, and then he didn't get it back right away. So he went looking for that shopping cart because the shopping cart can be very personal items for people. And he wanted his shopping cart back, and he had a lot of distress on his face about that. He was a little pissed off that they didn't bring his shopping cart right back. So he made it, started getting, we call him Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes had lost his shopping cart, He a brother that got blue eyes. And he was mad about that. He wanted that shopping cart back. He made this point that he had to return his shopping cart right away and go get his shopping cart mixed up with their shopping cart they used to unload the truck on Thursdays. So, there's about 4 events that use shopping carts as part of their event. They have them parked in there so you can use them to take it out. They got 2 of them. The 2 places you go to, you use them and you bring them back to take them out to take the goodies out to your truck or car. And sometimes they have a problem out there about people bringing them back and keep going with them. So this one place take your ID and tell you got to bring it back. When you bring the card back, you get your ID back. That's how they stop that from going down. Because people are still, with all these shopping carts out here, they bring a lot of shopping carts to the event, especially the outdoor event. You still have people that will still take a shopping cart. It's bad enough you take the shopping cart from the store, but if you look around the neighborhood, there's always shopping carts laying around. So I call them throwaway items. Shopping cart and milk crates and something that you get from the supermarket, but they throwaway items. You find them all around, littered around the neighborhood all the time. And they're easy to find. Now this one brother, he got him a shopping cart. We call him the Glide. The Glide, they got him a shopping cart, and he's mighty proud of it. And I told him he can go up to this place they were selling these hand carts that you can get for $20. But he didn't want that. He got one from this particular grocery store. I ain't gonna name the store. And when you can tell their shopping carts are different from everybody else. And he fell in love with that shopping cart. But as soon as I see him coming with that shopping cart, I started laughing at him. As I said, now you all in now. And you got your shopping cart. He got a vehicle, but he got that shopping cart for that Tuesday. And, Thursday events when you need a cart. But he got a shopping cart and he fell in love with it. And I got a good laugh out there. I said, most times people have a shopping cart, they don't have a vehicle. But if a person got a vehicle with a shopping cart, because he got a pickup truck, he can get away with it. But he had a shopping cart with his pickup truck. And he was in the midst with the rest of the shopping cart people that be walking with the shopping cart. And you can have some bad incidents with the shopping cart. One brother brought a shopping cart into this one church on Thursday. And the doorway is real narrow. And he had ran this shopping cart up on somebody and hit him with it. And that almost ensured a fight because she had her 2 sons with her. And they were about to kick his driver in by bogarting with the shopping cart. Because he was using his shopping cart to bogart and get his way in there in a spot, in line. That's when they used to call people by names off the sheet. They had to stop doing that because people stopped bogarting the door. And he had too much drama at the door. And so he almost got his butt whooped because he was using his shop car to bogart his way in and get a spot. And that's why shop cars can work for you and against you. And that is one pastor at this church on Wednesday. He asked the people to stop bringing the shopping car. And he said, I know y'all hadn't bought these shopping cars. And basically running around with some stolen items. And I don't want them in front of my church. And because he got outdoor event too. And he tried stopping them, but it didn't work. So he had to let that go. They would bring their shopping cart and take it across the street. Then when they load up the shopping cart with the fruit they had out front, they'd bring it across the street, and then they wouldn't take them back, and it was just too much arguing. And you had to constantly remind people not bring their shopping cart and fit in front of the church. So it didn't work out for him, so he gave up on it. But he tried to get them to not put them in front of the church, and it just didn't work. What happened? People are very attached to the shopping cart. And they let you know that's their shopping cart, and do not touch it. There's this one place you go to on Mondays. They don't let you bring the shopping cart on the inside. They tell you, you can bring the shopping cart up there, but you cannot bring it on the inside. And their doors are narrow, and they don't have that much space on the inside. Anyway, for seating, that's where they have the shopping cart. So you bring your hand carts, but no shopping carts. Hand carts are a lot smaller. And they fold up, so they're easy to navigate. A shopping cart is big and bulky, and it just gets in the way. But they'd be outside, and one lady said, She parked there, said, car, shopping car outside, and let this one person know he's in because he asked, is that your car? Cart. And she made sure that she let him know that was her car and don't touch it. And those shopping carts are very important to people, and it goes with the food bank. As well as milk crates. A lot of people have those milk crates on their bike, and they throw them milk crates. Well, that ain't my style, putting milk crates on bikes. I ride a bike. There's other things you can buy that make it more stylish than a milk crate on a bike. I don't mind having a milk crate on a trailer, but on the bike, on the back of the bike, or on the front of the bike, to me that looks a little tacky. I call that ghetto style. That's a little too ghetto for me. But there's racks that you can buy to put on the bike that serve the same purpose. But some people, they use their milk crates. Like I said, that's another throwaway item, is milk crates. But they have a ton of milk crates at these places, and it's hard to get them back, so just throw them out. You can find a milk crate anywhere. Just like you find a shopping cart anywhere, you can find a milk crate anywhere. You can find a milk crate anywhere, too. So there's also stories on the shopping cart, as well as the alcoholics and drug addicts that be up in there. And we had this incident with one drug addict. And it's on Thursday we giving out blankets. And Clyde made the mistake of going and getting him a blanket. A bag of blankets. And the crackhead seen that. He was in line for the food. But he said, forget the food. He sent the young lady to get the blankets behind Clyde. I mean, not Clyde, but the Clyde. And after I know, he took full ownership of the blanket. The guy that runs the programs there asked him for the blankets back, and he knew that was the wrong thing to ask that crackhead. And once that crackhead got the blankets in his possession, it was only popping. He knew when he had some money, he finna go get high. He took off with the blankets, and he was in a wheelchair. But he could walk, but use a wheelchair as an excuse. But you never know. Some people might need the wheelchair to walk with also, so I ain't going to judge him. But anyway, he had took off with this wheelchair. And he come back for the food because the blankets was going to get him paid that day. And the young lady, when he got the blankets for him, she know him. She be out there street walking. She apologized to everybody at church for giving him the blankets, and she knew that was a bad move on her part because he know that he was going to share the wealth. And the other guy in the church was going to ask him to let everybody else have something. Because he didn't ask the church for the blankets. He asked them to go get them. And they mistakenly left them up front. And that's the worst thing you do. So if one person gets a blanket, everybody wants a blanket. It's the domino effect. So the Glide got one blanket. Then they know she went and he told her to go get some more blankets. And she seemingly brought another barrel of blankets out there, bag of blankets out there. And that was his blanket. And so a whole bag was blown to him. He wasn't sharing nothing. But he see how much money he can get off it, selling it so he can go get high. So that's one thing. When the church gives events out, you need to ask first before you act on it. Don't assume that you get it because they give away a lot of stuff. Don't assume that you can just get it on your own. A lot of times you got to wait to ask, because people will be greedy and they don't want to share the wealth. Me, I ain't getting no blanket that day. I ain't phased me to have no blanket. But other people, they wanted that blanket, and they try to distribute it evenly, and they get a lot of blankets to give out anyway. And they get them for free, so they got me to give out. But they didn't do a good job of distributing them that day, in my opinion, but that was their blankets. But I told my man, he even said himself, he shouldn't have went and got the blanket, because that started that domino effect. There's all the blankets out there with the community out here. We looking for free food, and we get free blankets, too. We get free blankets, too. So I got about a minute left. So that's what happened with that incident. A crackhead, not a lot. You can see a few crackheads, but mostly people out there get their drink on. And we ain't talking about cigarettes and that thing we were talking about. With the food bank. This one was dedicated to shopping carts and the alcoholics and the crackheads. Got about 40 seconds left, so that'll wrap it up. A lot of times I'll be losing my voice talking on the phone here. So that's why I'm glad I keep this down to 15 minutes. I got about 15 minutes worth of talk time, and that works good for me. But I ain't no long yipper. I ain't no yipper yapper. I ain't no long talker. I'm a short talker. To the point. Later, Gator.